A Gen Z citizen today will ask you or tell you, why should I be patriotic? Because I have not known Nigeria to work. But for all of us as a people, we must understand that if you can also become a victim of a system you decide to ignore, choosing to ignore the system does not insulate you. People who have been killed in Kayama, those who were killed in Goza, persons in IDP camps, were not necessarily agitating. They were just in their homes and terrorists invaded. Those who were killed during the Abuja Kaduna train attack were not necessarily activists, but somehow Nigeria happened to them. So now we must understand that issues of elections must be raised to the level of a crisis. Because guess what? Notice that every government that is mischievous will try to do everything but will avoid free, fair, and credible elections. That is where you must hold them. Somebody will tell you, I'm building a coastal highway for 15 trillion. I want to do this, we want to do seaport. But, sir, can you take a portion, just a quarter of this amount, and ensure that you have technology in 177,000 polling units? He said, no, we cannot have it. So that is why you must know that the only confidence of corrupt politicians is a rigged electoral process. So what they want you to do is that you continue to become discouraged. Every year, 4 years, more, less and less people come out to vote. The lesser people come out to vote, the easier it is to buy votes, the easier it is to rewrite results. Why? Because that voter apathy is a strategy. The whole confusion of moving Electoral Act to 2026 to sign it late and all, that confusion is part of the strategy. Citizens must come to that understanding that elections are blood business. Look at America, for example, as I round up. Donald Trump today is in a hurry to begin to fulfill his campaign manifesto. He's trying to end the war in Ukraine. He has started war in Iran. He's ending the war in Gaza. Because the American system does not even give you 4 years. By November of this year, they will be going into a midterm election. Either the House or the Senate can flip and become democratic. It makes it more difficult for the president in the White House. So he wants to prove to the people that I still deserve for you to keep my party in power. In Nigeria, it is not so because power does not come from the people. So even if today we say there should be a revolution, people should fight and all of that, I am of the opinion that Nigerians, brace yourself for an electoral revolution. If you fight and destroy everything in Nigeria today, you must still come back and pick leadership. Check every country where there have been a revolution, the Arab Spring, look at Sri Lanka, look at Nepal. They still had to come back to get leadership. You cannot do it by mouth. We cannot say, okay, there was a revolution, so okay, you, Peter, become president. They not to say why. You, the South, will say no. So elections must be raised to the level of a national crisis. What we do every 4 years determines the number of persons that may even live. I am probably not married today because of Buhari and Tinubu. It's possible. Maybe not because, yes, the economy is also tied to how somebody who is planning a wedding today, how much will it take? So I just want to continue to encourage Nigerians to know that nation building is not a sprint, it's a marathon. The more they do not want free and fair elections, the more you must insist. It is a silver bullet. This electoral act we have today may not have given you all you want. It has taken it a step further. It is up to you to use the same weapon that was supposed to use to destroy you as citizens, to use it as your own building block for you to get what you want. Why? Because you are more. The power of the people is greater than the criminals in power. As long as they want to discourage us, please, we should not be discouraged. We must be resolute and resilient. Elections are what exactly determine the quality of life and society that we have. Thank you, and I yield.
That was hot. That was very hot. I want to believe that. I believe that when you have an evidence, when you have a clear.
Hello, everyone. And I think I must say to you that what Peter Akah said in that video is the absolute truth and nothing but the truth. It doesn't matter whether you decide to put your nose, you decide not to put your nose, you decide to mind your business, you decide not to mind your business. Nigeria, you will make you its business. Nigeria doesn't care whether you mind it or you don't mind. It will make you its business and it will be on it. We have to how do I put it right now? How do I say this thing in this way and manner? Whether you focus, you don't focus, you say, you do, you don't do. Nigeria is there busy doing. Like you pointed out, when the train that fell in Lagos, it didn't matter whether those people ever spoke or never spoke. When it was going to happen, it happened. And that's why when I always consistently tell all of us that, look, yesterday's victims were once survivors. Today's victims were yesterday's survivors, and tomorrow's victims will be today's survivor. One of the things that really baffles me about the issue of Nigeria is how people feel that when you talk about protest, people are always ready to say they will be the one, oh, they will be killed, or they will die, or something will happen to them. I don't want to die. That's the first thing people say when they talk about protest. But every day people are dying. More people are dying at non-protest than they die at protest. You get? But Nigerians will not look at, when Nigerians look at those things, they are quick to say it cannot be their portion. It will never happen to them. But when it comes to the death related to protest, Nigerians are the first to say, oh, I don't want to die. Because everybody believes that they will be the ones to die in protest. But they don't believe that they will be the ones to die in the bad things that are happening to Nigeria. Do you see the connection? The connection comes from the religious rulers. They make you believe that in protest that you'll be killed. So don't participate in protest. Protest is haram. Why are you going out to protest? Don't hold government accountable. Pray for your miracle. That's all. That's the mentality. That's the psyche. That's why you see the first time when Nigerians talk about protest, the first thing they are thinking about is being killed. But when Nigerians think about terrorism, they think that it can never be their portion for them to be killed. You see when I talk about that relationship between government and religious rulers, right? Our government rulers, political rulers, and religious rulers. This is how they merge. They have ensured that the religious rulers have made everybody's mind to feel that the moment you talk protest, protest is death. But when you talk about terrorism, no, or bad roads, or kidnappers, no, people will tell you it's not their portion. But more kidnappers have killed people than people that have been killed at protests. Do you see it? It's a deliberate keeping people down. And they keep telling you that, oh, why are you fighting? You can pray for your miracle. Oil on your head, grace on your head. Protest is haram. Go and pray. After all, you will enjoy. You will get a paradise in the year after. Even if you suffer in this world, it doesn't matter. Blah, 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 blah. This is the thing that has been done to constantly, sort of like put the people down and ensure that they don't rise up to anything or do anything. And it's such a, how do I put it? It's such it's it's such a it's such an effective weapon because it is the people that are using this weapon against themselves. You look at road, maybe for example Kaduna Abuja road, you tell someone that don't travel, terrorists are there, you say no, it's not my portion, it will not do. But when you tell that same person come and make demands so that you force the hand of government to do something, oh no, I don't want to be killed. So how is it that the same protection you can get from you traveling where there are terrorists or whatever, it will not be your portion, or the roads are bad, you feel you cannot get that same protection when you go for what do you call it now, a protest to be done? You know why? They've made you to believe that because when you go for protest, it's going to turn out good for you. It's going to affect your life positively. It's going to force people to do the right thing. And when people do the right thing, you have good governance. You will no longer be dependent on the religious rulers who need bad governance to sell cheap miracles to you. You are not going to be going to somebody's church or going to the mosque to go and meet one Mala to thank the Malan that, or Babala or Dibia or Boka, to thank them that you got visa to certain country. Because if you have good governance, you probably will not even need visa to those countries. Those countries will make it visa, free for you. It's deliberate to keep the people down. But let me just end here by saying to you, even if you don't mind Nigeria business, Nigeria will make you its business, and Nigeria has capacity to deal with everyone. Thank you so much.